Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to give you an overview of accounting for dividends, but specifically using a temporary account approach rather than a direct from retained earnings approach. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. Normally, when you declare and distribute dividends, the declaration date and the distribution date are the two dates on which you're going to record a journal entry. You would also have a date of record, but that date is not an accounting date. On the declaration date, that's when the company announces that it's going to basically pay out a dividend. And so the company gets obligated to pay out a dividend. Now, I typically teach this in the fashion of, well, on that date, you are going to debit retained earnings because dividends come out of retained earnings. And you are going to create your obligation, which in the case of I'll do a cash dividend here, you create dividend payable, a liability. If it was a stock dividend, you'd put a stock dividend distributable obligation here. It's not a liability, it's actually an equity account, but it serves the same purpose. But either way, this is how I would typically teach these things. And then on the distribution date, you would simply pay off the liability, so dividend payable, and then in the example I'm giving, cash. And that would be the end of it. However, what you will see some companies do, and what you will see in many introductory textbooks, is an approach that instead of taking the money directly out of retained earnings right away, they create a temporary account that will then be closed to retained earnings later. So in this case, what's going to happen is instead of doing retained earnings as your debit for the declaration date, you are going to debit an account, say it's a cash dividend called cash dividends. And I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. Instead of the scratch and writing out, I'm just going to go ahead and replace here. Cash dividends. And if it was stock dividends, you would call it stock dividends. Now, what type of account is that? Who knows? It's just a temporary placeholder account that by the time you close the accounting period, it's going to be gone. But for now, that temporary account exists. Now, when you get to the distribution date, nothing changes because at the distribution date, you still have to take that obligation that you originally created and you have to pay off that obligation. However, notice under this approach, we have yet to remove the dividend from retained earnings, and dividends do ultimately come out of retained earnings. So under this approach, when you get to the end of your accounting period, you then have to close the cash dividend account to retained earnings as part of your closing process. And so to do that, remember this cash dividends was a debit. To do that, we are now going to credit that account, cash div, that's our credit, and we are going to debit retained earnings. So notice the end goal is still the same because at the end of the day, cash dividend debit here and cash dividend credit there cancel each other out. This temporary account is gone. It never shows up on the financial statements. And at the end of the day, what we are left with is a debit to retained earnings with a temporary liability, liability paid off, and cash being distributed. The exact same circumstance we would have had we simply just taken the dividend out of retained earnings in the first place. However, this is an alternate approach that you might see, and so I just want to make you aware of it. Create a temporary account instead of taking directly out of retained earnings, and at period end, close that temporary account to retained earnings. All right, that was it for your temporary account approach to accounting for dividends. Hope you found this helpful, and I hope you join me for another video.